Mr. Philip J. Pierre, Prime Minister of Saint Lucia, you had one of your ministers saying the most egregious things about this woman. He went after her, he attacked her. And I thought we're supposed to be protecting, you guys supposed to be protecting women. And he called her, if she's mentally unstable, if she has mental problem, the words were not right, they were not good. So Mr. Prime Minister, tell me how you are encouraging an atmosphere for dialogue, for banter, good banter, when your ministers go on their talk show and try to vilify people. So I want to know who died and left that kind of power to you people to think that you can silence dissenting voices. It is our right to speak. Saint Lucians, wake up, my people. Wake up, my people. This is your girl, Sohria. Now, my people, let us rap, let us talk. Let me tell you something. Don't you realize that we, as citizens of this country, cannot speak against this government? If you speak against them, be prepared for war. Yes, be prepared for war. Be prepared for their ministers to go on their talk shows and their other ministers to take to Facebook to vilify you for speaking the truth. Now, let me explain something to you people. Political commentary is necessary. It is necessary, and it is the opinion of the individual making assessment of a government or any other issue that is of importance to the people of Saint Lucia. Without political commentary, you as citizens, you are living blindsidedly. You are not living with truth. Because listen, political opinions and commentary weighs what is happening. But the only people who were allowed to give political commentary, come and attack other previous governments, was those who are in office right now. You are not supposed to say anything about this government. We put you in office and we have a right to speak. Now, let me tell you something, St. Lucians. This is why many of you are quiet. You are afraid. But let me tell you, you cannot be afraid. There are so many issues affecting you as citizens, and it is your right to speak. Now, going back to 2016, 2021, the present government, the Saint Lucia Labour Party government, was saying to the people, to the voters, that the previous United Workers' Party government was not good. Okay. You tell us they're not good. You gave them licks. You gave their supporters licks. Now you are in office. The Saint Lucia Labour Party wants nobody to criticize them. They want nobody to give political commentary. They want nobody to ask like what is going on in our country. They will take to Facebook with their surrogates, with their ministers, those who have talk shows, and to come after you. Imagine. Let me tell you, our ministers, not all. I have to be fair. Not all our government ministers are unmannerly and malelevi. We have some nice government ministers. I'm not going to put all of them in the same box. But when you have government ministers, and St. Lucians, I want you to listen carefully. Because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. What's wrong is wrong. What's right is right. Now, when you have a government minister, and to bring it back to respecting women, we see what happened to Joy Sentoma. to bring it back to respecting women. You know, Mr. Prime Minister, Honorable Philip J. I need you to explain to me the behavior of your minister. How can you have a minister with a talk show, going on a talk show and calling another woman? It was her political commentary. She wrote what she wanted to write, but it is how the message is delivered. And this is why I fired back at Ernest Hille like there was no tomorrow. If the woman wrote that X person did that, it is her opinion. But Mr. Philip J. Pierre, Prime Minister of Saint Lucia, you had one of your ministers saying the most egregious things about this woman. He went after, he attacked her. And I thought we're supposed to be protecting, you guys supposed to be protecting women. And he called her, if she's mentally unstable, if she has mental problem, the words were not right, they were not good. So Mr. Prime Minister, tell me how you are encouraging an atmosphere for dialogue, you know, for banter, good banter, when your ministers go on the talk show and try to vilify people. All right? I was the one who said Ernest should resign. So what? Beat me. Come at my home and beat me. You vex, I said that. Come and beat me. Y'all want to behave as if y'all are the ones who control Saint Lucia. And if you look, Saint Lucians don't have many advocates speaking truth to power. Many of them have gone quiet. I remember with the previous last administration, the United Workers' Party, all these people were out protesting. Now people are writing stuff on their page. People are asking questions. And some people are cowering because big bad ministers on their talk show, right? Big bad deputy prime minister would write any and everything. And between 2016 and 2021, the Saint Lucia Labour Party, their surrogates, and any other person were free to voice their opinions, to say what they have to say. The Saint Lucia Labour Party even kept a motorcade or a protest, whatever you want to call it, during the COVID, the pandemic period, and they were not allowed to do it. So I want to know who died and left that kind of power to you people to think that you can silence dissenting voices. It is our right to speak. Now, I realize St. Lucians, the majority of you all have been brainwashed. The majority of you guys have been brainwashed because you are fearful, you cannot speak, you cannot say anything, because if you say something, the minister will not give my child the scholarship, the little voucher I get in from the minister every month for a little 500 for grocery. This is poverty. This is poverty. Nobody's supposed to beg any freaking government for anything. Governments are placed there in the interest of the people. And the precedence in St. Lucia right now is that many of you are acting like beggars. And the government, they are acting like they are kings and queens. And you have to bow down to them. No, these people work for us. These people report to us. Many of you are lost. You feel afraid. I'm going to lose my job. The minister give my son a job. The minister give that one a job. This precedence in St. Lucia is dangerous. It is nasty. We are in trouble. And if you realize this government is trying to silence anybody who speaks against them, y'all are not gods. The country is in a mess. It is in a mess. Now, let me say something to you. 2016, 2021, we had the pandemic, whatever. There's no pandemic now, right? You all are on your second term, so don't blame the war for any kind of shit. Don't blame the war, right? You all are on your second term, and what have you all done for the people of Saint Lucia? You are on your second term. And what they want to do, and some of you St. Lucians are so daft. A minister would come and say, oh, he is blessed. He is blessed. Oh, he's blessed. He can help this one. He can help that one. Oh, and that's why your children won't be blessed. Your children won't get anything. And you are not blessed. You don't see, oh, what's happening to you? Who died and left that for you? You and God, sit your ass down. You and God. Many St. Lucians are helping those who cannot help themselves quietly, privately. We don't have to boast. And that's the precedence you want to set. Set up St. Lucians against St. Lucians. St. Lucians, you should not be fighting each other. You should be coming together. I don't care what is your political affiliation, because I don't care. Okay, if it's UW, SLP, what I have to say, I have to say. I have one vote. When I have to vote, I decide who makes sense to vote for. I vote for them, right? But St. Lucians, these ministers, these government ministers are using y'all to fight each other while you suffer. Groceries through the roof. People cannot pay their electricity bill. People don't have water, right? Hospital is in a mess. They brainwash y'all. And what y'all do is fight people who speak the truth. If somebody is speaking the truth and you know you at your home, you cannot have 3 meals a day. Or maybe even 2. You cannot have 2 meals a day. And people are out here fighting for you and they say, oh, the minister, the world is like that. What you say in the government, and the minister eating all the fancy food. What are you eating? Absolutely nothing. So the mindset of our citizens of St. Lucia has to change. The mindset of the citizens of St. Lucia have to change, because you cannot tell me you are suffering and you are protecting ministers, you are protecting politicians, and you are suffering. You are suffering and you are protecting ministers. I don't give a shit with any minister. I ain't give a shit with any prime minister. I give all the shits for my country. I give all the shits for my country. This is my country I love. And when you speak, they want to come and vilify you. Let me tell you, and many of you sit under those shows or listen to those ministers. Hey, the minister blessed. Boy, the minister have everything. Oh, the minister is blessed. Why don't you say, let me get my own blessings. Let me see what I can do for my life, my children. Let us see. You know, I ain't afraid of none of y'all, because God has not given me the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind to speak the truth. And let me tell you something, my people. Speaking the truth, being like this has been me forever. Ask anybody about so. I'll tell you, this is who so is. She speaks the truth. Now, I realize a lot of people, they want friendship where you just say, everything you're doing is righty. Everything you're doing is right. Nothing you're doing is wrong. Nothing you're doing is wrong. And they will love you and give you the word, no, this is not Sohria, Louise, Alexander. I don't do that bullshit. And then we have the Minister of Agriculture. Let me tell you something. I bought these two sweet potatoes, $15. People, they are very healthy for you. And I believe agriculture is very, 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 very important. $15 for these 2 sweet potatoes. How many people can afford this? And then they come to you to say, hypertension, diabetes, but the foods that will make you well, they are expensive. So instead of the Minister of Agriculture writing shit underneath Ernest Hiller's page, tell me, what are you doing for the people of Saint Lucia? Let me tell you, people, the soil of this country, Saint Lucia, is our wealth. Listen to me again. The soil of this country is our wealth. When you eat what is grown in the soil, you will not be sick. But this government and previous governments have imported and are importing like they are mad people. Agriculture has taken a backseat. This is the most dangerous thing this government has done. If you want your nation to be well, we have mangoes, we have oranges, we have all sorts of things, guavas making dog. Why don't we get investors to come here, set up manufacturing plants where we can do those things, and you would see how many of our children and our people in general would feel better. These are the things you'll have to talk about, but it is always to attack citizens who come to speak to the issues. Y'all went, y'all protest, y'all do all sorts of things, and now we are talking people. That's a dangerous precedent. I want the people of St. Lucia to change their thinking. Start changing their thinking. Think of yourself. You thinking, what you getting? My party? My party? What is flourishes? My party? Oh, SLP, UW, oh, my minister. I love him. And let me tell you, they can't take. For you to be their friend and tell them it's bullshit they're doing, you have to be licking their backsides. That's what they want you to do. Who licking who backside? Me? Are you mad? St. Lucians, it's time. It's time you start thinking. Now, I have lots of other videos to upload and for me to open the eyes of St. Lucian. This was just a teaser.